Oh, good afternoon everyone. Nice that I've got my indicators on. We're gonna go for a little chill ride. I just replaced this last night. You know, I was moaning about my exhaust, had loads of holes in it and the welds broke. This is the exhaust. See the welds crack over there, massive crack. All this is cracked, big crack down there, holes all in it, all the welds broke inside. Not very impressed from Delcovic, but they did send me out literally the next day a brand new collector box which I put on last night. So I'll put it all back together. Hopefully there's no air leaks. I don't think there is. Nope. And you can see under there, shiny new collector box. So should take it out for a little spin. Just wanted to get out and see if I put everything back together right. Obviously I put all the fairings on. Didn't tighten up that bolt though. Just tighten that one up. Good to go. There's a lot of, you see the smoke? I put shouldn't have really done it really, but I put like heat gasket sealant around the exhaust because I didn't have exhaust sealant, so I just used bloody like heat gasket stuff. So it's gonna smell a bit. I can smell it now. You see the smoke, so we'll just heat that up as well. Let that sort of set. Hope it doesn't catch on fire. Let's turn them gloves on. Oh yeah, it's such a luxury, man. So grateful for this channel, like being able to get products like these gloves are like 240 quid, mate. I would never buy that, but they gave me them, so I didn't have to pay for them. So like, it's crazy when you think about it. You start off just posting videos and then it starts to turn into a business more and more and more every day. We're really going to take this thing to the top so it can be our full-time. I encourage everyone to do the same. It's only taken me a year to get this far. Next year is going to be even more. Oh, the bike sounds so good, man. I don't hear that rattling anymore. That was because that weld was so big, you just hear like rattling and then another noise coming from the inside of the exhaust and you couldn't concentrate on the actual bike. It was proper irritating. Now, it's just that nice noise at the back. Don't know how much smoke's coming out though. Nah, it looks alright. That sealant should heat up and set in stone. We'll just keep an eye on the temperatures in case it catches on fire, imagine. I might have to turn these gloves down, you know. For the first time, let's put them on medium. They're actually a bit too hot today. It's not crazy cold, I just wanted to wear them because I don't want to get caught out again and be freezing like I did before. Am I even recording? I always panic that I'm not recording. Your boy's heart went then. Wasn't me though, I was being a law-abiding citizen, mate. We're just out here having a chill ride. That weren't for me. That weren't for me, mate. Not at all. So weird getting on this bike now because I've been on my sport bike, my dirt bike so much recently. Like, I've been green laning so many times. It's just so fun. It's the perfect bike to switch up the channel, man. Especially for this time of year. Like, doesn't matter if it's raining, if it's muddy, it does not matter, mate. You can just get the dirt bike out and just have a good time. I just need to get some better tyres for it. If you've watched the videos, the tyres are real bad. They're like, what are they called? Like trail tyres. They're not like dirt tyres, they're trail tyres. So the knobbies are like so close together. Oh, you can't beat it, can you? Can't beat an inline 4. I do like the cross planes and stuff, they do look cool and they like sound cool, like the R1s and stuff like that. Like I would try it one day, but I just love a screamer. I love a screamer, mate. It's just something about it. It's just different. I think it's staying still. Alright, pigeon, I'll knock you out. Calm down. That's what I love about these sorts of areas. Just being able to have access to open countryside. Don't get me wrong, these are some bumpy roads. Like, there's some nicer ones that I could have gone on, but I just couldn't live in a city. Like, fair play to the guys that like make content and they're just in central London. Like, I could not do that. That's not a bit of me. I like some openness, but you do see the difference in styles. Like there's a lot more. They obviously are a lot better at low speed maneuvers, so they've got a lot more like low speed control of their bikes. They're really good at just switching their bikes weight side to side, popping the wheel up and just sort of zipping through traffic. It creates that sort of style for them riding wise, whereas I'm probably worse at that because I'm more used to these sorts of open roads. So I'd probably be better compared to them on like some nice open twisties. I'd be sending it a lot more and probably a lot more used to it because that's my normal. And then I'd probably stretch the legs a bit more and leave them behind then. But then if we're in the city, I'd get absolutely left behind because like I'm not used to it. I probably don't have as much low speed control as they do. It's interesting, like where you live and like what you ride highly depends on like how you ride, because it is so different where you live. That builds you a little riding style. Very funny. In the night down and you don't let me know all the stars are broken. All the stars are broken. These roads are dry. You gotta watch for dash cams, man. I look at the rear view mirror to see if they've got a camera hanging off it. There's too many Karens around these days. Can't beat a clutchless shift. Cannot beat a clutchless shift. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love the bumps as well. Keeps your heart rate going. Lets you know you're alive. So, is that Z4? My mum's got a white one and it's well nice. I want it. Give me it. Give me it. I need to get rid of my car. My car's annoying me at the minute. I think it's the alternator. Like, it just doesn't charge itself. So, like, something's draining the battery basically. If you leave it more than a day and overnight, you'll get up in the morning and it'll be completely flat, completely dead. So you've got to jump it and it takes ages and it's so irritating. So you've got to drive it every day to get a bit of juice in it. But I just don't want to pay for an alternator, nor do I care, because it's not a bike, so I'm like, who cares? In the summer it's not as bad, but the winter, mate, it drains that bloody battery. Drains it. Tyres are a bit damp, I don't want to swing it around here too much. Kick it! Woo! You can have some fun in the damp still, you just got to tame it down a bit, you know what I mean? You just can't go crazy, but you can still have some fun. Just got to be mindful, especially if you've not got no traction or ABS like me, and have some dodgy front brakes. Like, my front brakes are bad, man. Like, they just started to get worse and then they just like lost all that drawback. It's like, that is my brakes on and like that doesn't move any further in than that, and it unbalances the front. It's just, yeah, it's not a good time. It's a bit dodgy. Need to get them looked at. It might be the master cylinder, to be fair, because we already bled them. There's no air in the system, so I don't know. We'll get it sorted though. Advisory speed limit 20. Well, it's not the speed limit though, is it? So I'm not doing that. If it's advisory but it's actually 30, well, I'm doing 30 then. Tell me to go slower than I need to. Bush. Oh, that's better. Yo, ducks. How you doing? Yeah, it's not too bad here, isn't it? Look. When it's in the summer, it's well better. New collector box seems to be working alright. It's still fluttering, obviously, but look how dirty it is. Just from the roads already. But yeah, do you know what I mean? When I was on about the looks, like, it looks alright, do you know what I mean? I get it, it's curvy, it looks a bit older, but still, I think it's a nice looking bike. When it's nice and clean, it's brushed up. Obviously, I've got some scuffs and holes in the fairings from crashes and hitting stuff. It's a bit banged up at the minute, but it's going to be the track bike, I think. I don't want to sell it and get a newer 600. I'd rather just have this, something I've crashed twice already. Don't mind if it's a bit roughed up. Like, it's cabled to the bloody front mudguard on, do you know what I mean? I could just get the fluttering sorted out, and then this can be the track bike basher. It's on like 40k miles now, so I wouldn't even get that much money for it if I tried to sell it. So I think I'm just going to keep it as the beater, and maybe get a newer 600 in the future. But my plan is obviously dirt bike we've got now, this, and then finish the year off with 1,000 in the winter. I would buy one now, but I kind of want to save up a bit more for some other stuff, and then we'll get a we'll get an 1,000 coming into next winter, because obviously the price has dropped heavily. I'm looking at no, I'm not supposed to tell you, it's supposed to be a surprise, isn't it? I've made you guess loads of times, so you can guess in the comments, but you can kind of guess what you think I'm going to get. It's normally quite obvious. I'm a Honda boy. I'll tell you it's a Honda at least, so there's the first tip. Just how extreme we go. See how good this year is. But I've got plans for it to be a good year. You've got to have a plan, people, to escape the matrix. It's true though, do you know what I mean? You don't want to work for the same wage for the rest of your life, doing the same thing for the same pay, no matter how good you get at it. Same pay, that's all you get, guaranteed for the rest of your life. Nah, you've got to do something else, man. Use that income as your steady pay the bills income, then do something else in every single other hour of your day. Monday to Friday when I'm at work, I come home, but the moment I come home, I'm obviously going gym and stuff like that, but the rest of it is all figuring out what I'm doing now. Like working on videos, going out and filming, sorting the hoodies out, trying to get affiliate codes, trying to get other products, sponsors. I'm just working all night until 9 o'clock, and then at 9 I have an hour before bed, and then I go to bed, go back to work, do it all again. You've got to sacrifice a bit of comfort and a bit of time for some better stuff in the future, do you know what I mean? If you just stick to your job and don't try and push for anything else, you're never going to get anything else. You've got to seek for more. You've got to want more. Obviously, if you don't want it and you're comfortable, then do you, mate. But for me, that don't make me happy, do you know what I mean? I can't do it. It drives my brain insane. I've always had this urge to be the person in the family that sort of gets us out of that 9 to 5 routine, struggling for money all the time, worrying about money all the time, do you know what I mean? Like, I've got this brain that can't bloody stop or shut down. I might as well use it to try and break out of the norm. It's a blessing and a curse though, do you know what I mean? Because it's like you never get to enjoy stuff. You feel guilty for relaxing, so you always want to do something, and then you can't turn your brain off, do you know what I mean? Like, I can barely sleep most nights because I can't just turn my brain off. It's just always on one. So it's one of them. Nothing comes for free. There's always a bad side to everything. But I think it's a good trade-off. Who needs sleep? Don't need sleep, mate. Waste of time. Sounds so good. What is this? Like a rust version of the car. I've seen a couple of people do that. They do those like rust builds where they're all dusty and that. Oh, this that. Why are you braking so much? What are you doing? What the hell? There's no reason to brake. There's no one in front of you. Weirdo. Weirdo. The right turn. I remember right turns used to be like my weak point, man. Used to never be able to do them. Used to struggle so much I'd just go straight, and it was because I'd like set off straight and then put my feet up and think I needed to get into this upright position first to get the bike on its wheels and get going, then tip in. Whereas now, obviously learning more you ride, you've got your foot down, I leave it off the peg, so I'll lean the bike in and I'll have this leg sticking out still while I'm leaning right, and then I'll straighten up and put my feet on. Before, I was straightening up, put my feet on before I'd even turn right, making it so much harder for myself. So if you've ever had that issue, then that's how you fix it. Foot that's on the floor, leave it on the floor as you're leaning it and just go straight into that corner. Then afterwards, then straighten up and put your foot on the pegs. So funny, little things you like really struggle with. Watching my videos like from the very start compared to now, like we made a lot of progress this year because we were out a lot. In the summer we were out every single day, pushing the limits of the law, as in within the law. And testing out some stuff. We made some mistakes, we learned from them. All good fun. Bloody pigeon. All good fun, man. It was a good year. This year we'll hit some track and hopefully learn even more. The bumps, man, you gotta be so light on those handlebars. Like my hands are not even holding them, I'm just resting them on top of the bars, which is how I ride normally, with my hands very wide all the way to the edges, and then when I'm sending it they're just like this on top. I'm really not holding on at all. Say you're mid-corner and you're holding a lot of weight and hanging off that right handlebar, and then you hit a bump. Guess where your wheel's going to go while it's in the air? It's going to go to the right because you're pulling so hard on that right bar. Whereas if you just hold the tank with your legs and let the weight out of your arms and just use your legs more, the front end will just chill, and if it does hit a bump it'll maybe lose a little bit of balance, but it will balance itself out because there's nothing pulling it in a different direction. It's one of those, you got to be cautious about how you're holding it. You really got to be careful because you can really pull yourself into a speed wobble or into just a bit of a dodgy maneuver. So always take it easy on the old bars. God, these gloves are so good that they're like burning my hands. I put them on and then I'm like, damn. I've just put it to the hottest setting quickly from the medium one then, and the difference is crazy. Like, that burns. This is one of the test routes down here. Take you on this for the country road part of the test. And then this is what you do on your test. That's how you pass. You send it in front of the instructor, imagine. It's bumpy down here though. I have got an old video, 3-part series on with my last camera, so the angle's a bit dodgy and the audio's a bit whack. But if you know these roads and you want to do your test round here, then that video shows you all 3 test routes from my memory anyway, and then any tips that I found that helped. Obviously I'm no instructor, there's people on there being like, this is actually not the official information you should be given. Yeah, well, did I show my certificate at the start? No, because I ain't an instructor, mate. So chill out. If you're an idiot and you take everything I say with complete seriousness, then without doing your own research, then that's on you, mate. Take what I say with a pinch of salt and then go make up your own mind whether you want to agree with it or not. I might be wrong. I don't claim to be 100% right all the time, you know what I mean? Some people are so funny. When I made those videos, they were like, you can't be doing this because you're not an instructor. Shut up! Oi, come on with the random metal animals outside your house, come on. Oh, that's a nice house. I want a gate. That's what I want. That's when you know you're living good, when you've got a gate to your house. Give me a gate. That is what I would like. That one's for sale. I'll buy it. Can of Coke. No, they're lethal, you know. A bottle of like water that's fully not been opened, it's full of water, or like a can of Coke that's not been opened. Your front tyre hits that, you're going to hopefully bump over it, or it's going to ping off somewhere, or you're going to catch it and your front wheel's going to go ding underneath, and you'll be sliding. Not fun. I was behind someone once, going the speed limit, and his bag flew open, and water bottles, Red Bulls, everything just come flying towards me, mate. My heart has never dropped so much in my life. I don't know what I did. I just kind of froze and just went straight forward and hoped for the best, and I got lucky, obviously. But it can get a bit dodgy out here. You got to be careful. Oh, I like that BMW. That's what I want. Is that an E90 or is that the 320D? Oh, it's debadged it. I think it's the E90, the petrol one. I want the 320D because they kind of look like that, but they're a diesel. I do like a diesel, especially when I do events and stuff and I'm going further. It's just nice to have a diesel to get those miles in. I do like a Beamer. I've had some decent cars, to be fair. The car that I've got at the minute, which is kind of like a circumstantial one. I used to have that MX-5, and then obviously it failed its MOT. It was covered in rust. So then I had to just find a quick out because I couldn't like sell it for money. I literally had to flog it off for 500 quid to some kid, and then I had to get another car again. So I just found some bloody £900 Honda Civic in a. I made a video on it. We went to pick it up together. You came with me. We went to look at how to check it out. I put a deposit down on it and just took it. Rear axle broke within 2 weeks of owning it, and then obviously the battery keeps dying now. But other than that, it is a good little car. When I fill it up full tank and I sit on the motorway after a full tank and it tells me the expected miles, it goes up to 666 miles if I'm chilling at 70 with cruise control on, which is a joke, mate. That car does some absolute distance. I do love it. Oh, I say I love it. It does the job. I don't love it looks wise. Right, well, I'm going to end the video there. Nice little afternoon blip on a winter's afternoon, whatever the day is. I don't even know what day it is. Either way, it's just nice to get out, even though it weren't crazy. It's just nice to blip around, you know. So hopefully you get a dry day this week, get out on your bike, and I'll see you soon. Hoodies are coming soon, new designs, new website up and running with cheap designs, expensive designs, and then group rides starting in March. We're going to do the first group ride in March, and then yeah, that's it really. That's all I've got for you for now. So subscribe and see you in the next video. Goodbye.